everybody? It's JT Sports and back you guys with another video. This video I'm here with my Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Los Angeles Rams Week 10 NFL preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this matchup and get my prediction for who will win this game. Now before I begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, I upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. Also make sure to hit the notification button, which is the little bell icon on the right side of the subscribe button. When you hit that, it will alert you every time I upload a new video so you don't miss when I upload. Now, in this game, we have the 5-3 Los Angeles Rams versus the 4-4 Pittsburgh Steelers. The LA Rams are coming off of a bye week. They're going to be traveling on the road in Heinz Field to face Pittsburgh. And this is going to be a very tough game for both of these teams. For the LA Rams, this is a team that plays on the West Coast, right? So this is a team that plays in California. The weather's not really going to be that cold up there and things like that. And anytime you ask a team, a warm weather team that's used to playing in warm weather, to go on the road and play Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh in Heinz Field in November, it's going to be a really, really tough matchup. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is a really tough matchup as well for them because this is a Pittsburgh Steelers offense that hasn't really been that good this season. This has probably been the worst offense I've seen as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan in a very, very long time, because over the last couple of years, we Pittsburgh Steelers fans have been blessed with a very good offense, a top 5 offense over the last couple of seasons. And this year, it's really, really weird because normally our defense isn't really that good and our offense is really, really good. But our defense has been really, really good this year, and our defense has bailed us out a lot. And our defense has been asked to do a lot more than what it has been over the last couple of seasons. Now, our defense over the last 2 seasons has been top 10 in the NFL, top 10 in sacks, top 10 in total defense. But this defense this year really, really has had to step up. And I'm really impressed with the job that Mike Tomlin has done, because this defense at the beginning of the season was not really playing that well. And then you go ahead and you trade for Minka Fitzpatrick, which is a trade that Pittsburgh had to make. And now he has absolutely improved the secondary. And ever since he's got here, this secondary has played a lot better. And his defense has looked a lot better. And Minka Fitzpatrick right now is playing like an all-pro right now. So at the end of the season, I think he should be a first-team all-pro selection. A no-brainer. He's been the best safety in the NFL so far this year. And when you look at this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, this Pittsburgh Steelers defense has been bailing out this Pittsburgh Steelers offense a lot. When you go back to the Indianapolis Colts game last week, Minka Fitzpatrick had that 96-yard pick 6 that ended up putting Pittsburgh on the board. And this defense, man, this defense is going to have to keep up doing what they're doing, because this offense has not been able to sustain drives. They're not efficient. Mason Rudolph he's been all right, but he's not really been... He's not been terrible, but he hasn't been great, because his Pittsburgh Steelers offense hasn't really did that much. Now, over the last couple of weeks, the Steelers offense has been able to have success running the football, despite the fact that they didn't have a great game running the football versus the Indianapolis Colts, simply for the fact that they didn't really try to run the ball that much. Chase Edmonds was their leading rusher with 73 yards. So, I mean, Pittsburgh in this game, if they want to win this game, it's obviously going to be running the football, because I'm not expecting a lot of production out of this Pittsburgh Steelers pass game. This is one of the worst teams in the NFL when it comes to passing the football. And I mean, a big reason because of that is because Jalen Ramsey is going to be guarding Juju Smith-Schuster. And Juju Smith-Schuster hasn't really did that much this season in terms of his production. And in this game here against Jalen Ramsey, I'm still not expecting a big game out of Juju Smith-Schuster. He didn't have a good game versus the Indianapolis Colts last week. So I'm not expecting a lot out of Juju Smith-Schuster and the whole entire passing offense as a whole. So if Pittsburgh wants to win this game, it's going to be running the football, because his Rams secondary, for the most part over the last couple of weeks, has played very, very well. Now, for the Rams offense, on the other hand, now the Rams offense hasn't been good like we've been accustomed to seeing this LA Rams offense. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still a very good offense, but this offense hasn't had the level of productivity that it have had the last couple of years, and especially when they went to the Super Bowl last year. So their offensive line also hasn't really played that well as well. I mean, the LA Rams offensive line, they played a little bit better, but we look at how well this offensive line has played as this whole entire season has progressed up to this point, week 10, not taking the last couple of weeks when the offensive line has played a little bit better than what they've been playing the whole entire season. But we're just going by the whole entire season, not the last 2 games the LA Rams have played. The offensive line has taken a little bit of a step down compared to what it was the last couple of seasons. Their offensive line is pretty much middle of the pack, and I think that's going to be something that Pittsburgh could exploit because of how good Pittsburgh is at getting after the passer. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the best teams in the NFL and getting after the passer with guys like T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward. So, I mean, those guys are going to have a big game for Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is also going to have to force turnovers and get the ball back to the offense because this offense has been struggling. And anytime you have a struggling offense, you're going to have to get the ball. You're going to have to help this offense out by creating turnovers or helping this offense get in a good field position so they have a short field and they can end up having a better chance of getting a field goal or a touchdown, because for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, points don't really come a lot. So if you're Pittsburgh, the defense is going to have to keep up playing at the level they've been playing so far, and they want to help Pittsburgh win this game. And the Rams off the line, they're going to have a tough task asking them to try to stop this Pittsburgh Steelers pass rush that's been one of the best pass rushing units in all the NFL. So looking at my keys to the game, what both these teams to be able to do to win this game. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, they need to get the run game going. The Los Angeles Rams are 11th in the NFL in rushing yards per game allowing 96.9 rushing yards per game. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, James Conner probably is going to end up playing in this game, and Benny Snell is still going to be out. So Jalen Samuels and Chase Edmonds are most likely going to be the guys who are going to be carrying the load for the Pittsburgh Steelers when it comes to running the football. Now, Jalen Samuels, he's not much. He's a swift army knight when it comes to the running back position. He's more of a scat back. You line him out wide or you throw him the ball out the backfield. He's a good receiving back. But when it comes to running the football, I would prefer Chase Edmonds, because Chase Edmonds had a really good game versus the Indianapolis Colts last week. I believe Chase Edmonds averaged 6.1 yards per carry, if I'm not mistaken. So I didn't write those stats for this video, don't ask me why, but I believe that he was averaging 6.1 yards per carry. So I think Chase Edmonds, he's going to have to step up. He's going to have a big game. This is a very good offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. An offensive line that struggled at the beginning of the season, but has picked it up over the last couple of weeks. And this is a very good offensive line, not also when it comes to run blocking, but pass blocking as well. So if Pittsburgh wants to win this game, they're going to have to do it running the football, because I'm not expecting a lot of production out of this Pittsburgh Steelers pass attack, especially with Jalen Ramsey. He's going to end up guarding Juju Smith-Schuster, and I'm just not expecting a lot of production out of the passing game, because we have yet to see a lot of production out of the passing game so far this season, other than the Miami Dolphins game. So I'm not really expecting a big explosion out of Mason Rudolph in his passing attack in this game. So I think this rushing attack is going to have to carry this Pittsburgh Steelers offense for most of the game. The next thing Pittsburgh has to be able to do is Juju Smith-Schuster has to make plays. I mean, look, you're playing against Jalen Ramsey. You're the number one wide receiver. You have to play like it. Juju Smith-Schuster, when he has played against top cornerbacks, he hasn't really did that much. He scored a touchdown versus the 49ers a couple of weeks ago on Richard Sherman, but other than that, he hasn't really did anything against elite corners. He got shut down by Stephon Gilmore, and he got shut down last week. So, I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster is going to have a big game going against one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. He's going to have to show up, man. He's going to have to show up, and he's going to have a big impact in this game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because this is a passing attack that has been struggling, and he's going to have to help out Mason Rudolph a lot. And Juju Smith-Schuster, he's the number one wide receiver on this team. He has to play like it, man. He has to play like it. He's going to have to get open. He's going to have to create separation from Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to have to be able to help Mason Rudolph out in this passing attack that's been struggling, because this is a passing attack that's one of the worst in the NFL. This passing attack is what, 27th in the NFL in passing yards per game. So I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster is going to have to step up, and he's going to have a big game in this game if Pittsburgh wants to be able to win this game. Because I know Pittsburgh, they're going to have to run the ball. They're going to run the ball a lot in this game. But at the end of the day, if Pittsburgh wants to win this game, they're still going to have success throwing the football as well. And Juju Smith-Schuster is going to have to be a big part of that, because Juju Smith-Schuster, he's the number one wide receiver. You're going to be facing against Jalen Ramsey, one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. A lot of people argue and say that he is the best cornerback in the NFL. And Juju Smith-Schuster, he's going to have to step up. He's going to have the best game that he's played so far this year, because Juju Smith-Schuster has not really had that good of a season compared to what he's been doing the last couple of seasons that he's been a Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is a game that Juju Smith-Schuster most definitely is going to have a breakout game if Pittsburgh wants to be able to win this game. Now, for the LA Rams, they need to protect Jared Goff. That's my only big key to the game for the LA Rams, is protecting Jared Goff. Now, the LA Rams are 5th in the NFL in sacks allowed, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are 3rd in the NFL in sacks per game. They're averaging 3.6 sacks. So we're seeing an offensive line that has picked up production over the last couple of weeks. So we're going to see if this LA Rams offensive line is going to be good enough to handle this Pittsburgh Steelers defensive line, because this defensive line for Pittsburgh is really good. You got Cam Hayward, you got TJ Watt. So, I mean, you have a lot of talent to defend when it comes to this Pittsburgh Steelers pass rushing unit. You also got Bud Dupree, who is playing himself into a very, very good contract by the time free agency comes up. I doubt he'll end up being a Pittsburgh Steeler next season because of how good he's been playing. And I think he's going to be another key piece that the LA Rams are going to have to look out when it comes to pass protection. So if the LA Rams aren't able to protect Jared Goff, then I think it's going to be a long day for the Los Angeles Rams on the offensive side of the ball, because then this defense, not only are they going to get sacks, but also going to force turnovers, because Jared Goff isn't really that good under pressure. And if you get in Jared Goff's face under pressure, he tends to make some bad decisions. And over the last couple of weeks in games versus the Atlanta Falcons, he's had time to sit back there and throw and things like that, because the Atlanta Falcons weren't really a good pass rushing team. But in this game, he's going to have to step up, and he's going to have to make some tough throws under pressure. And this offensive line is going to have to perform, because this is probably one of the best defensive lines that they're going to play all season. They also have to play the 49ers as well, but this is one of the best defensive lines and best pass rushing groups they're going to play all season. So if they're not able to protect Jared Goff, then this is going to be a long game for the Los Angeles Rams. So the team that I'm going with to win this game, this is a very, very tough game for me to win, for me to predict. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams to win this game. I'm not a Steelers fan, but I pride this channel on non-biased takes and non-biased opinions. I know it's a really, really tough place to go on the road and win at Heinz Field, especially in November and December. But I mean, Pittsburgh, their defense has really impressed me, but I know their defense is going to get stops, but I still think this LA Rams offense is going to be able to put up enough points that this Pittsburgh Steelers offense is going to be able to keep up. And I know this Rams defense isn't one of the best defenses, but it's a middle of the pack defense. But you also got Aaron Donald, you got Jalen Ramsey, and I just don't see Pittsburgh's offense putting up enough points to be able to keep up with the LA Rams, despite how good this defense has been playing. It's pretty hard to ask this defense to keep bailing out this offense, and this offense not really being efficient. In a game versus the LA Rams, this offense is going to have to put up some points, and I know the defense is going to get a couple of turnovers and whatnot, but in this game, I still think the offense is going to have to do a lot more than that, than what they've been doing the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to go with the LA Rams to win this game. I think since the LA Rams are on the road, and that's going to factor into this game, I don't think this game is going to be high scoring, but I do think this game will go in the Rams' favor, simply for the fact that I just don't trust Pittsburgh's offense in a game like this versus the LA Rams, in a game that in the last couple of weeks, this Pittsburgh Steelers offense has struggled to put up points. We struggled to score points on the Miami Dolphins for nearly 3.5 quarters. So I mean, I'm as a Steelers fan, I'll have a hard time seeing the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game. I know the LA Rams aren't what they used to be, but I still think this is a pretty solid LA Rams team. They've made a couple of trades, and during the trading deadline and things like that, they got Jalen Ramsey as well, so they improved the defense. They also improved the offensive line as well. I think that's going to factor into this game. And also, I just don't... Mason Rudolph is going to have to show up in this game. And I mean, I just think if Pittsburgh wants to win this game, they're going to have to be able to have production throwing the football, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that. So I'm going to go with the LA Rams to win this game. I say LA wins this game 23-17 is my final score prediction. So let me know who you guys think ends up winning this game down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.